Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, back with another one. Now, folks, this one took place in Salt Lake City, Utah. A man posed threat to President Biden was eliminated by the FBI today. A Utah man was eliminated by the FBI today during an early morning Wednesday raid. The FBI confirmed to ABC News the raid was in connection with an investigation alleged threat to President Biden and others in his official office. That's what the FBI believes. One of the officials told ABC News that the investigation began in April and the U.S. Secret Service was notified by the FBI in June. In addition to the threat posed, officials said the man was under investigation, suggest online he was making plans to cause physical action and threats towards the U.S. president. Now, folks, how stupid could you be? The president is a person you know you can't get close to. What? Come on, man. Wait your turn. The elections are coming up. You could vote for who you believe in, who you want to see run the country that you live in. You know, every 4 years, we all get to select a president, because a president is not elected, they are selected. So every 4 years, we get to select a president. So, sir, you couldn't wait the other year and a half or so to make your selection? You have to go in line with these rhetoric, knowing that the FBI and everybody else, the Secret Service, everybody else is combing the internet for rhetorics from people like you. How stupid could you be? Really stupid. Really, really stupid. Just look at what happened with the insurrection with a former president. Had people went down there, and you see what happens to them? Where are they right now?
News now, the FBI saying that a man was shot and killed today during a raid in Provo, Utah, in connection with an investigation regarding alleged threats against President Biden and others. Officials briefed on the case tell ABC News that those threats had been deemed credible after an investigation began in April and that the FBI was later notified about the individual in June. We are still waiting for comment from the White House, also the Secret Service, but we will bring you updates as soon as we have it. Meanwhile, our chief investigative reporter, Josh Margolin, has been working his sources and this story. Josh, what do we know at this hour?
The FBI went to his home early morning today in Provo, Utah, about 6 a.m. That's a pretty standard tactic. They went to arrest him and to search his home after threats had been made online, and they were deemed to be credible. That's troubling.
So the investigation began back in April, right? What triggered that? Did they get some type of tip? What led to the probe?
Well, we don't know exactly what opened the investigation. We do know that he had been posting online, apparently, for quite some time, long before April. Something happened in April, and it's really only coming out in this last little bit that we're getting any information about it. So that'll be developing. FBI opened an investigation. By June, the investigation had matured so much so that they told the Secret Service, obviously the Secret Service is responsible for protecting the president and to make sure that any threats, that they get rid of any threats to the president or the people under their protection. And then today, for whatever reason, and we will hopefully start to learn about why the FBI went ahead and wanted to arrest this individual today. Today, they decided to go ahead and execute these warrants to arrest him and to search the home. In the process, this is somebody who boasted about an appreciation for guns. In the process of the FBI coming in, a shootout ensued.
So yes, folks, all these people that get radicalized online and also other places and try to bring their threats to the president, folks, you're making a serious mistake. Just look at this, what happened in Salt Lake City, as an example. Wait your turn. Every 4 years, we get to select a president. Let's wait and try to see who we could select. Presidents are not elected. Like I said, they are selected. So let's wait and see. Instead of going on with all these rhetorics. And see, this man just lost his life for stupid idea or ideas of what he could do when it comes on to the president. My friend, no, you won't. You'll never get close. That's why you're in a body bag. I'm sorry. People, try not to be silly. Wait your turn. Select. If not, then just forget about politics. I'm serious. Because this administration, you're not going to beat them. Mr. Barack Obama, the only thing that I have against you, I don't have nothing against the LGBTQ department. But if I knew what was going to come, that was happening today, when I voted for you, was it the second time around? When you okayed the gay marriages? The same-sex marriages? And now you see the quagmire that America is in today. A lot of people are taking a stand because they're against certain agendas. And I do understand. I do understand. So for that, Mr. Obama, I hold you accountable, because you were the one that really signed with that pen to make sure the same sex could have their way. And now you see where they're gallivanting and exercising, liberating, shoving. I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. But it's too much. Hey, I respect everybody. And I understand you and your belief. Not totally, but I'm trying to understand. Like Neil says, we might have to do some more reading, Yeah. But folks, you have to understand, the heterosexuals, we're here first, and then we have to get used to a different way of life with different people. We have heterosexuals men now today are becoming pansexuals. I don't understand that. Because you're leaving the home of your family and becoming a pansexual. You're leaving your wife and your kids, if you have kids. Wayne Brady, do you have kids? I don't know. But this is confusing to the young lads. The direction and the way the country's going. Because, folks, for example, 20 years from now, if you have a military, and your military is pansexual, there's going to be a lot of feminine behaviors in the military. We need heart in the military, heart and soul, that could defend this country the way it's supposed to be defended. Boots on the ground. Women and men fighting together. Hand in hand. Side by side. Not pansexuals and transsexuals fighting with women and men side to side. It's going to be confusing. We might end up losing a war because of shit like that. I'm sorry. For real. Too much confusion. So that part, man, I'm like, you know, it's very disgusting. And also, in Detroit, they passed a law where it's now about age 16 of consent. That's also disturbing. Because once you have the pansexuals, then you have all these other people in, even though P is not part of the LGBTQ community, I don't know where pansexual comes in. They're going to have to fit that in somewhere, but it's not in there as yet. You know, so you're still out of the LGBT, so I could still say whatever. You know, but for the kids, you know, we have to leave room for the kids, man. Like, you know, let them be themselves and do, you know, and think whatever they want and be themselves, man. In California, they passed a law where if the kids or if the parents refuse to give the kids hormone pills that want to change their genders, the parents could be in prison or lose their child or lose their children. To what? An agenda that's heading down a brick wall 1,000 miles an hour, about to crash if you're not careful? Folks, that's why they're trying to tell you to stay woke. Because you're heading in a brick wall 1,000 miles an hour. So for that collusion, you have to stay woke. Because you have to see that shit to believe it. Seriously. Chronic pain, Dana Demon, like, share, subscribe to the machine. One love. Peace, everybody.